All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. I am going to allow a few more people to come on in, and then I'm going to jump right into it, all right? Until then, stay with me. All right, let's go.
This lesson is scary. If I close my eyes.
I really was just talking to myself. What's up, everybody? All my newcomers, flip floppers, and day ones. What's up, and lottie dottie to everybody. You guys know we have a host of topics that we're talking about, but mainly we're talking about Chrisean and slapping Coi Leray and Dr.Heaven, and also Kandi and Todd divorce. Okay, there are main topics, but we have some side topics as well to include in our web shenanigans. All right, welcome to all. Hey, Veronica, Overcomer, I see y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and do me a few favors to hit the like button, turn your notification on. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that people can know that I'm over here doing some amazing things and I can stay active in the algorithm. As always, okay, I do have the minutes that we start, the different platforms that you guys can follow me on, and also my Cash App and email is available for you guys. It's flashing across the screen periodically, so just in case. It's also available for you guys in my bio. I always get messages. How do I contact you? The quickest way to contact me is probably Instagram. I respond to that immediately. But if you don't do Instagram, you're not familiar with it, you're more than welcome to send me an email at helltohealing@gmail.com. That's another way, but I'm not going to lie. I am really, really, really bad with answering those emails. So the quickest way to grab me is on Instagram. Facebook, very seldom, but I am over there as well. Okay. Oh, man. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, what's this, Tuesday? And also, I hope that you guys are preparing to celebrate Thanksgiving with your loved ones. If you don't celebrate, then that's your thing, right? If you do celebrate, just make sure you make the best of it, okay? I was over this morning, I was listening to Tea Talk this morning, and she was becoming emotional about, she says, around this time, I really miss my mama. Okay. She was like, you would think it would have happened as of yesterday. And that really did something to me because you guys know that parents are so precious to me. I too lost my parents and I don't have active parents, but I do have a sister who stood in the gap for me and stepped up where she needed to step up to. And she has been more than a parent to me. So I am so grateful for that. So listen, y'all eat as much turkey and yams and all the new recipes that's out, some greens, some baked macaroni and cheese. Y'all eat as much as y'all want. And this upcoming Thanksgiving, it's a celebration, okay? It's a celebration. Yes, my 60th birthday is Black Friday. Whoa. I hope I make it on here so I can really give you and single you out a happy birthday shout out, Veronica. But if I don't, happy birthday to you now, and may God continue to bless you with many more birthdays. Birthdays are important. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. A lot of my mother passed at 54, so she died really young. So when people say 60 and so on, that's like, man, it's a blessing to carry on. Okay, so take good care of yourself. Um, yeah, so that's all I have. Enough of my chatterbox. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, so that's where we stand now. Now I want to bring you guys first of all, let's talk about the first web shenanigans that we have. And my first one up is hold on, let me make sure I'm in the right. Or am I coming through loud and clear? Because my mic oftentimes do what it want to do. But I am so glad that it finally worked today. So let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Put a one in the chat if I am, because I want to make sure before I have a whole conversation that you guys hear me. Okay. So look what I had found, y'all. Look at this. Say God's working in our favor. He's working in our favor. Yes. Look at it. They was in the same house they doing the Lord's work, okay? So those of you who don't know, Pastor Jamal Bryant has remarried and Giselle is his ex-wife. He did my girl wrong, but he says that he has regrouped, okay? He got his life together. Doesn't change the fact that he is an active father, okay? And they are out celebrating the daughter doing, I think is Alpha Kappa Alpha, something like that, y'all. I don't want to mess up the sorority names, so don't judge it to my heart, okay? Charge it to my mind. I don't know nothing about it, but I just know that they are in the same place at the same time. He with his new wife, and she's with her daughter. And I think their grandparents is there as well. But y'all, ain't that so dope? This is what we talking about, and they are so excited about that. Where the little girl at? I thought I had her. Okay, I do. And here he is here, and she's excited, and then he's kissing her at the end. Y'all, I was like, this is so, so, so beautiful. Okay. And here he says, super proud of Angie, 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 okay, Brian becoming a member of the AKA sorority 1908. Last night, we represents 3 generations of our own family in D9. The woman she is becoming is going to impact the world, influence a generation, and inspire the community. Give it up for Sweet 16. And he asks the coach, but y'all, I was so like, yes, okay. Y'all know they had some rough patches, okay? They even spin the block and she thought she was going, it was going to work, and it did not work. And but that's cool, right? He's moved on, he's remarried, and I think she's out here dating now. So that's what's up, y'all. But I just had to capture these pictures for y'all because, and look at her sister. Her sister is like extremely excited for her. Yo, I was like, yes, I love this. I just love that everybody could be in the same room celebrating for one purpose. Okay. So yes, I'm clapping for that, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Now listen, okay, here we are with this child right here. We're going to talk about a couple things with her, okay? And I know y'all tired of hearing about her, but we got to talk about her because the marbles ain't tight enough, okay? I'm telling y'all, the marbles ain't marbling, and something ain't right, okay? Now, what I'm not going to talk about right now is the fact that Blueface denied her boyfriend entry to the Baddies premiere. She's denying that happened, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So this is where all of this come from. She says that she stopped by to get her money. She was there. He didn't, put her out or anything like that. Excuse me. They left because they wanted to leave. But here's the thing. She says, I genuinely love everyone that helps support me through motherhood. Now I'm ready to start working and getting on my, let me delete this so I can and getting on my feet again with things. Now, you guys know that allegedly she don't have a place to stay. She don't have a vehicle. She's like hotel hopping, and Lemmy had to jump in and kind of like play survival for her and help her out. Now, it's allegedly because I'm not the fly on the wall, but Blueface even says she doesn't consider herself to be homeless. So it's kind of like talking to a brick wall, okay? I don't know where the son is at during this time. But hey Cynthia, how are you, boo? Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you for being here. Yeah, so she like get on her feet, but how you gonna get on your feet when you chasing DICK? I want to know. Okay, Chrisean priorities are so jacked up. She only can express herself to ding dong, right? In my opinion. She can't correlate or be rational with anything else outside of ding dong, okay? And she's saying she's ready to get on her feet. Those Zeus checks are coming back in, and she's ready. But right after she said that she's going to get on her feet, check this out. Ain't boyfriend over here spending her money. That's him. And that's her money on that floor. And then to the right, you guys see them out having a good time partying. And she's just so happy to have this man alongside of her. Him and all his BLOOD people are spending up this girl money. So not only are you struggling and you ain't being responsible with your money, now you taking care of some nigga, okay? Now you taking care of him when you should be over here putting that money towards the specialist for your son. Okay, all of the money that you're going to need, that money, okay, the kind of specialist that your son is going to need, you're going to have to pay some strong money, okay? And it just blows my mind that you got time to spend your coins on something, God, okay? I don't know where your brain be at, and you really be losing me with that, okay? So she talks about her getting her her Zeus check back, and that's where she gonna be at from now on. And then here you are posted up with him and talking about you getting the money now. I just can't resonate with that, y'all. I'll be a tacky mess if I let any of my money go when I got other fish to fry, okay? Everybody would be looking at me like, girl, is you cool? And I'm definitely looking at Chrisean like that. Like, girl, are you cool, right? It just blows my mind of the time and energy that this girl have for dudes when she doesn't have her things in order, okay? So she's going to talk about the denied entry. Then she's going to talk about she got her check and she was out of there. But we now see that the check went on the dude. Okay. So let's listen.
We seen that nigga looking over and shit, hiding. Then he wait till he get inside. He wait till he get inside and say, oh, denied entry. No, bitch, we left. What the fuck? I got paid. I didn't get the pay. Like, what? You can't pay me to be around some clowns for too long. The fuck? I came, got my payment, got that wire, gone, nigga. Out of there. Fuck are you talking about? Weird ass niggas. I'm getting off here. Hey, first, I was there.
After y'all left, I went.
I just left, you know? Kept it brief. I was in, and I was out. Yeah. I'm gonna give you more detailed situation when I get back on. I was there.
Now I'm gonna play it one more time for y'all. How she talked about how she got her wire and she left. And the thing is about all of this, she doesn't care about who was in harm's way or not, because this is really a big thing with this blood and Crip stuff that they got going on. It's a real thing that's going on, and somebody's going to get seriously hurt while she's clout chasing. And, I'm a blood, I'm a Crip, I'm this, I'm that. Somebody's going to get seriously hurt, okay? Because you guys know that Blueface and Whack 100 was there as well. And they're known to be the Crip people. Like this could have really got bad. And then Whack 100 said that people was waiting across the street. Like this could have really got bad. And then you saying, your boyfriend was going to make sure that you got that check, okay? Because that's the only motive I think that he has. I don't think he wants you. I don't think he's interested in you. I don't think he could do nothing with you. But as long as you bring in that check, I feel like he is like, give it here, and it just blows my mind that you can't see this. Like, how old are you? It blows my mind, like heavy. It blows my mind. Okay. So we're going to listen to her talk about the check that she picked up one more time. And as you guys can see, he's now posted up with it. Let's continue to listen.
Then he wait till he get inside. He wait till he get inside and say, oh, denied entry. No, bitch, we left. What the fuck? I got paid. I didn't get the pay. Like, what? You can't pay me to be around some clowns for too long. The fuck? I came, got my payment, got that wire, gone, nigga. Out of there. Fuck are you talking about? Weird ass niggas. I'm getting off here. Came first and we left.
All right. So I just wanted you guys to know that I'm not making this up for all the Chrisean Rock lovers. This girl is not cool. She's not okay, right? She continues to focus on the ding dong. And she focuses on the money, which is a good thing. But what are you going to do with the funds? You need all of your funds. According to people that know you very well, they're saying that you don't have nowhere to go. They're saying that you don't have a vehicle. And they're also saying that you are not giving your child the therapy that the child needs to get the child back to a healthy state. Okay. So look, y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about all of that. We have to move on in the meantime and in between time. Okay. While we talking about Chrisean, she did an interview on, well, it aired yesterday. I don't know what day it was actually done, but she talks about how she slapped Coi Leray, okay? Leray, okay? And the thing is, I feel like she always saying that people be clout chasing. She be clout chasing off of everybody. This girl is very successful. And you guys know that that's Benzino's daughter as well. But this girl is very successful. Whatever happened to y'all, like way back when you first got with Blueface is so old. Why are we even talking about it? It's like, girl, the stuff that you have time to talk about, it's crazy. And not to mention, she... All right, we just gonna listen to it because I just can't explain it, okay? We just gonna listen to it and y'all let me know what you guys think. But she talks about slapping her and why she did it. And basically the girl ain't had no smoke for her afterwards, I guess. Hold on, guys.
The situation with Coi Leray, right? I got 300,000 followers. Coi Leray had this song out, right? I'm showing mad love. I love Coi Leray, but bitch, pretty, everything. Tomboy chic. That, bro, we the same people. That's how I looked at her when I fucked with her, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. I bring her to my apartment. My apartment don't got shit but a TV. But my apartment, I never got to move into it because I blew up and then Blueface ended up signing me to a house. That blue girl's house. All right, cool. Yeah. So she... Yeah,
sorry, y'all. Hold on.
The situation with Coi Leray, right? I got 300,000 followers. Coi Leray had this song out, right? I'm showing mad love. I love Coi Leray, but bitch, pretty, everything. Tomboy chic. That, bro, we the same people. That's how I looked at her when I fucked with her, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. I bring her to my apartment. My apartment don't got shit but a TV. But my apartment, I never got to move into it because I blew up and then Blueface ended up signing me to a house. That blue girl's house. All right, cool. Yeah. So she came to my trapped apartment. We about to go to the studio. She said, let's get on the track. We hit it off. We locked in. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, cool. You know, she asked me about Blueface and shit. Like, how is y'all relationship? I was like, shit, well, I get money with him, but we fucking, that's what you asking. I can't be G. But I was like, it's not that serious. I didn't know she was asking for her way to make her move. But I didn't know no move. All right, cool. I go through this nigga phone. I see how she talking to him, right? She mad that me and him is really like locked in. Look, shorty, she was basically like confronting him about the situation. Like, all right, we getting fake serious and shit. Like, but you fuck with her. Like, cut her off. Like, basically cut me off as I'm the artist shit, the bitch shit, all that. I'm looking at her like, Bitch, I introduced y'all, and if y'all did have something before this, why the fuck y'all didn't just meet on your own time? Why the fuck you had to use me to get to a nigga? Then tell this nigga that's fake putting me on. I say fake because it could have been done with way more love. It could have been way more like G'd up. It wasn't. It was fucked up. So anyway, he showed, like, you know, I'm like, okay. She trying to out me for real. I get irritated. So I say, yo, it's cool. It's up when I see you because you a weird bitch. How you hang out with me? Then now you don't want to drop the song. Now we not cool no more. You're weird. I didn't give a fuck about the nigga that much. You know why? Because at the time I was fucking with my ex. So the one that just died. So all right, let me speed up the shit. So boom. I'm like, I think I'm pregnant around this time. I'm with Glorilla. We in a Sprinter. They already know me and the bitch beefing, so she tried to get on the Sprinter with me and Glow. Glow like, nah, Chrisean on here, wait till I come out there. She come in anyway. I look at her. She look at me. She's talking to Glow, popping her gum. She being smart though. She's saying funny shit, but looking at me. Cause the last thing I said to her was like, bitch, when I see you, it's up. I had the same energy. I grabbed my phone and slapped the shit out of her in her face with it. So then they grabbed her up. So Glow and Coi security started fighting and shit. Glow, she was like kind of disappointed in me because it's a place and a time and places for shit like that.
Absolutely.
I feel you, bro, but you told her one thing and she didn't listen. And I'm not here with nobody but myself. I see if I was here with my security, and there's beef going on. It's real shit going on. No bitch ain't gonna be smiling in my face and then thinking it's sweet. And then her team was even saying like, nah, Glow, like, you know, Chrisean. I think this is probably one of the reasons why I kind of like fell out with not Glow, is it Gloss or Glow? Glorilla, yeah. I think we fell out after that, for real.
Yeah, I would have fell out with you too, because here's the reality. The reality of it is you could have really ruined a lot of stuff for her just by just popping off with your hands, right? And we see time and time again where Chrisean is literally just hitting somebody just because she felt like it, because she felt like somebody was clout chasing or being weird. You can't be messing up somebody else's coin because you don't mind sabotaging your own. That's a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's why I don't blame, Glorilla for cutting her off. She like, oh no, you bad business. Ain't nothing I could do with you. And definitely she's been. Chrisean's been messing up ever since. I thought that the baby would change her, but clearly not. Okay, the baby ain't do nothing for her. She's continued to show her violent side. Okay, even when Blue was triggering her and doing all kinds of stuff, she continued to be like who she is. All right, guys. Hold on one second. I wanted to upload this picture so you guys can get a good view of what the young lady looked like. Hold on. All right, so I just wanted you guys to see who the young lady was. I thought I uploaded it, so I didn't. So my apologies. But have y'all seen, like, they're both beautiful girls, but it's like this girl got herself together. Like, Chrisean, you could never. Like, I just don't understand where she be thinking she at. The other day I heard her compare herself. She told Blue, "You're not on my level or Cardi B level. Girl, you're not on none of their levels. You have really sabotaged your career, and it's going to go, she's pretty, right? It's going to go more downhill than it is now because you letting ding dong and money and drugs allegedly really get the best of you. Okay, you need a reset button, and you need to stop hiding behind God, and you need to really get yourself together. Okay. Hey, CC, 8411. 8441. Sorry. Welcome to the chat, boo. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, so this young lady is really pretty, and you're not on her level. I wouldn't even respond to you, honestly. If she responded, it's probably like, girl, whatever. But I wouldn't respond to you because at this point, you're trying to attach yourself to anything that got growing roots because your roots, in my opinion, are dead. Okay. That's just my opinion. We got to move on. I just wanted to get that picture up for you guys because I like to give you guys a visual of what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. Okay. Next up, let's talk about Dr. Heavenly. You guys know that Dr. Heavenly is running for some type of office. Now, if I told you I knew who she running for or what, I'd be lying. I don't know. I don't know who she running for, but I know she running for some type of office. So she's doing like a cleanup thing with herself. Okay. She's trying to be more positive with herself. Okay. I don't know how much is going to work for sis, but she's trying to be more positive and more understanding. And I get it. Like I get it real hard, right? So they're out at BravoCon and they're in quad room and they start talking about the different questions that was asked and how the different office, people that's running in the office didn't answer them correctly. So they get on the conversation how she's embarrassed by her past, okay? She's embarrassed and she don't like telling her past because she knows that she feels like her past would paint her mother to be this bad person. And she doesn't want to make her mother look bad because her mom did the best she could, okay? So during that conversation, what was explained is that her mother was on government assistance. That's a flex, right? That you was on government assistance and now you a doctor and then your husband a doctor and then you got kids that's doing stuff. No matter what the kids do in between, it ain't got nothing to do with us because kids gonna do what they want to do anyway. But at the end of the day, that's a flex. So she's like, crying really makes her feel like she's a weak bitch. And she's like, that's not who I am. Okay. So I don't like to talk about my past because I start crying and then it's looked at and perceived as I'm weak and I don't want to give that off. Okay. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay. Everybody got a story. As a matter of fact, everybody has a testimony, whether they look at it as a testimony or look at it as a story. However, everybody got something that used to be their past that they may or may not be proud of. It's part of you. And I love the way the way Quad handled this. And Quad just like didn't let nobody else jump in there. Quad was like, hold on. I'm sorry I got to cut you off because the young lady that was doing Quad makeup was trying to jump in it. She like, I don't mean to be smart. Let me get this part off my chest first and then I'll get a floor to somebody else. But it's part of your testimony. You know what I'm saying? It really is. And like I said, I love the way Quad handled this like a big sis. Emotionally stunning. You think so? I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but I don't think that, let me see how I can say this without being rude. I don't think that the first thing Dr. Heavenly should have did to jump into position for a clean slate was run for office. I just don't think that's what she should have did right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but who the hell am I? You know what I'm saying? So I really think she should have just did something else first. And then from there, just maybe, she could have did this at a later route. But I'm not God and I can't tell God his timing. But I just don't think that should have been like right off the thing. It's called transparency. Never let anyone narrate your story. Yeah, because you know they be coming heavy. Hold on, let me get y'all to the point that we're gonna be at, and then we're gonna talk about it.
But see, that's not a game. I understand it happened then, and that's okay, but that's not a game that they can play continuously because the people are going to want to know, hey, you still didn't answer my question. My question is,
I have a good question for you, Quad, and I know this is live, and I don't even know if I should ask this here.
Right.
People want to, my team wants me to tell about my childhood upbringing.
You want to know
how I grew up.
Hold on, guys. Let me make sure I put my phone on do not disturb because I don't want to knock y'all out. Okay.
I grew up, and I don't ever like talking about it because it makes me emotional.
Do you want to know my POV?
I do.
I'm going to tell you, I think you should. I think I've spoken with you about this before because here's the thing. People see us on TV, and on TV, we're very modified. We're very edited. We're very whatever the whomever powers that be want us to look like. Okay. But when you are real and people want someone that is real, that is raw, that is authentic. I mean, that is truly just them, not the heavenly that they see on television. We don't want that. We can log on to Bravo and Peacock and see that. We want to know, who is this woman and who is this? Is this woman do we share the same values? Do we align? Does she really care? For me, your story is so compelling. I would have been telling my story a long time ago if I were you. And that's just keeping it real with you. And you know, I never lied to you.
Right.
I would have been doing it a long time because here's the thing. People see all of this. You are a successful dentist, cosmetic dentist. Yes, that's awesome. Your husband is a successful doctor at pain management companies. Awesome. But who were you before then?
But Quad, if I talk about I don't like to cry. And if I talk about my past, I get emotional.
But
I want to be strong.
But hold on. Why do you feel that there's no strength in crying? Why do you feel that there's no strength in being emotional?
Look at Monica over here.
That ain't Monica. That's my listener.
Like
but she say she look like Monica. But what you see? Watch. I know my friend. You guys know she just kind of deflected. Right there, I asked her a specific question and she went to talk about her. It wasn't even about her. She's negating my question. You got to stop doing that. Honestly, what's going to have you to resonate with the people is who you really are and you being honest. You talking about, hey, listen, I lived on overtime. Like, why won't you say that?
I grew up on government assistance, right?
Those are the things.
Went to the inner city schools.
Those are the things.
I don't think that that's congressional. So I don't say it.
But it's not about, hold on, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to open up the floor to somebody else.
And I'm not proud of how.
Wow.
Baby, no. Let me tell you something. It's not about being congressional. That's where you're going wrong. It's about being human. It's about being having that relatability. You live the life that a lot of our people today are living. People are trying to figure out how they don't eat. So the SNAP benefits are gone. We're 2 weeks ahead of Thanksgiving. If somebody right now don't know what they're gonna put on the table, you can talk and speak to that. You came up on government assistance. Why is that embarrassing? No, that's not embarrassing. That is not embarrassing. She did what she had to do, and there's so many other people out here. They're making ends meet. So they might got to go to the food pantries. They might have to go and have food stamps. Right now, they can't even get food stamps. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. The beauty and the most power you have is you never hear me say anything, friend. The most power that you have is being who you are and telling who you are and telling your story. If you unlock that, I don't think there'll be a candidate stronger than you. And that's it. I don't think that there'll be a candidate that's stronger than you. So I got to get ready for Bravo coming.
Me too.
She just preached to you.
She sure did.
That's all.
It's definitely not embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing. And here's the thing.
Someone can look up to you from your story.
Yes. You came up on government assistance, government housing, and all the things. That's what you went. You are a 2-time graduate of HBCUs. You took what was given, you turned that into something large, and you turned that into generational wealth. Where is the embarrassment at? Everybody's not going to be born with a silver spoon in their mouth. That parents are actually doctors. Your kids are quite privileged, but it's also your mother wasn't a doctor.
It makes me emotional. Quiet.
But
And
it's
I try
okay
to
with
stay
being.
strong.
I don't understand. They say I cry too much, but I don't really give a damn. I feel like I'm emotional right now, but I'm speaking from my heart, and I really want you to
get up on the stage quiet and talk about my past and sit up there and then cry.
But here's the thing.
That's not
okay. But how about we do this? How about you get used to talking about your past, that in your upbringing. So when you do, and you're all on stages and large platforms, now you can talk about it without crying, but it's still heartfelt. Why don't we get used to doing it? Why don't we normalize that with you? Stop hiding. Two people that I know that hide, and y'all both my friends, but you in that damn jacket, y'all do not want to cry. Y'all do not. Everything is not beautiful. Everything is not pretty. We grew up in a different time from you, Quad. We did, and we were taught to be strong, and that wasn't something that we did was cry. You and my mama would say, "Don't cry. I give you something to cry about. Don't you cry." Well, sweetheart, here's the thing. There are a lot of things out here, a lot of ways. Our parents, they try to do the very best that they can with what they got and with what they know. But what we do as we grow and matriculate and become adults, we can set the tone in the pathway for our lives. You can cry. It's okay. It is cleansing. It's purified. You're tearing up right now.
Yeah, don't tear up. Because it makes people know you. But that doesn't make you a crybaby.
That's why I'm worried about being a crybaby.
I don't want to be strong.
You are strong. You still are strong. Actually, your upbringing is what builds your character. It makes you strong. So what? Yes, you were raised on government assistance. So what? So what? Y'all did what y'all had to do, and she did as very best as she could with you. And look at what you turned into today. Where's the embarrassment in that? There's no weakness in it. No. I'm telling you, trust me, and I know you trust me. I believe you. Yes, I have to talk about it more because I can't get on a debate and start crying in front of all them people. You know what I'm saying? But somebody said cry. Somebody said you're definitely strong, Hedwig. Somebody said write a book. Somebody said you're strong because of your past. Come on now, allow tears. Come on. Somebody said I cried today myself. Come on. We love you too. So don't make me cry. Let's turn this thing on. Please. Okay.
All right, guys. I just thought that was so dope. Like, I love how Quad stood her ground. I love she kept saying there's nothing to be embarrassed about, right? Your past is your past, and it happened, but it made you a better you, right? And I think I heard somebody say it was transparency, right? And that is exactly what it is. Hey, Royalty Queen, welcome to the chat, boo. I agree. People want all this. Look, y'all ain't about to get my tongue, but yeah, that good stuff, okay? My tongue will twist in a minute. And love a rags or riches story. My comment about the emotional immaturity stems from some responses she has to people. She's well beyond some responses she makes. Yeah, I agree, CC. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. It's like, girl, you should have told this a long time ago, and then maybe everybody won't be on this fence like you're a mean girl, you're evil, okay? Because you do have two sides. And I hope that she's really turning over a new leaf versus just trying to get on everybody's good graces so she can get voted for, right? I hope that she's really changing some of her ways. But we shall see, honey. We shall see. We got to move on to our next topic, and it is Kandi and Todd. Now, I told you guys that she filed for divorce from Todd on Friday. Even though we just found out about it, she said that it'd been brewing for a while, okay? Which I knew that. Also, the court documents was pulled up by another content creator, and some of the things that they mentioned during the court or in the court documents was the fact that she wanted the courts to, allow the prenup to stand. All right. She also said that she was leaving up to the courts who pays child support or the amount the child support pays. What else did it say? It was a lot of stuff going on. She didn't say actually what happened. It was like irreconcilable differences that she said, which we know it was more to the story, okay? They actually separated back in July, okay? So this has been a long time coming. Divorces are always and could be nasty. Happy Thanksgiving. It could get nasty sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do, okay? Nobody wants to stay in anything unhappy. If it's not making you happy, you do all you can so you can't do no more. And then if the walking papers is so, then the walking papers are so, okay? So we're going to listen to Kandi talk about the divorce, okay? She didn't give us too much, but she gave us a lot. But she talks about how, it hurts, okay? She says life been lifing for her for a while, okay? So again, it's one of those things where we're on the outside looking in. We don't know what these people endure inside of their real houses, okay? So we the bloggers just jump on the topic and talk about it. But listen, we don't know what that man did to her. And I told y'all that he was out having drinks, okay? Now, this is another thing that the people are saying. Now, I don't know how true it is, okay? The people are saying that the only reason why he toasted and posted it, and the girl was toasting the drinks like I showed you guys yesterday. The girl was toasting the drink and it says to new beginners. They saying that somebody else was filming him. So because he knew the person was filming him, he really didn't want to post it. But because the person was filming, he took it upon himself to, to post it before the other person posted it, okay? So he didn't want it to hit the blogs if it wasn't just from him, okay? Now, I don't know these girls that he was out. If you guys see to the right, he's drinking and he's toasting, and the cheer was to new beginnings, as we talked about yesterday. And then to the left is him and her, of course, when they were in good standings. And then this is her telling her story on Amazon. And like I said, she talks about how she's been on this roller coaster. And I just hope it don't get ugly. But I definitely can see it's going to get nasty, y'all. I'm telling y'all don't have to take it from me, but it's going to get nasty, okay? We're going to listen to it.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. Obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes, you're cool, you know what I mean? You move in, you mix in, you move in, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness, and me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself. When I was on Housewives, I really couldn't keep moments to myself when I got upset, so y'all would catch me crying. But in real life, my everyday life, I don't really like for those moments to be shared with the world. So, but I am sharing with my Amazon family today. So I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday. But, this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, child. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me, okay?
Yeah, so you guys heard it from her first, okay? She's saying life has been lifing for a while. Overcomer says child support, she makes way more money than he does, okay? So it's just maybe joint with no child support. Yeah, but I don't see him, Overcomer, and not asking for child support. He know it. You know what I'm saying? He got to figure out a way to get to the coin, okay? Now, here's the thing. That's why she should never had them kids by him, right? She would have been good. Now, kids are a blessing. But all I'm saying is he wanted those children. Kandi never wanted those children. So now that he got them, he have a way to get some of her money, okay? Because the prenup, secure her. But the child support, she may end up paying him, okay? So we have to wait and see for that. Who did she have her last 3 with? On her podcast, she said she had, yes, about 3 months ago. And that's another thing. Kandi is very freaky, okay? But I want to know, I guess I would never know because I'm not a fly on the wall, but he wanted the threesome. She's freaky, but I don't think that she wanted to do it like to the extent that he wanted to do it, okay? But now she makes it like she was so comfortable with it. Like we have fun. We have this, we have that. Any man that's asking you to share him with other women, they don't love you and they don't like you. I don't care who slice and dice that. Bringing somebody else into your bedroom is a dangerous space and a dangerous place to be. Okay. She's freaky. I think she like freaky things, but I don't know how much of this she really enjoyed, other than just doing everything for your man, okay, just to keep him. And it still wasn't enough, because I guarantee, allegedly, I believe that it's going to come out that Todd has a whole nother relationship that he is in. Now, I think Kandi is down for the threesomes to a certain extent, but if you out here doing what you're doing without her, she like, hell no, we ain't about to do this, okay? So we're going to wait as it unfolds, because trust me, it's going to be a lot of stuff unfold, okay? Veronica says, I remember Todd telling her that he wanted more time, and she was always focused on money instead of family. That's why I thought it was going to work, because I thought that was the reason why she was leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta, so she can give him more time. And remember, they was traveling everywhere, and she was like, this really rekindled us. But I guess it just wasn't enough still. Kandi tried to set him up for success with those businesses he should have put in the real work. Yeah, and that's another thing. He created a lot of debt for her too, right? Because he was building those businesses up so fast, it didn't give her enough time to replenish the money as fast as he was building them. And I remember during the show, she was just like, you taking my money, just doing stuff with it, okay? And then, they got they got a lot of productions and stuff together. Y'all, this is going to be crazy. Remember, Kandi broke up Riley's dad marriage too, and did. Yeah, this is like, girl, this is going to be crazy. You can see the hurt in her face. That's why I'm like, girl, tell me the scoop, okay? Let me know what it is. Kandi had the dungeon. She was into that before Todd. She was linked to that T.I. and Tiny conspiracy. Ooh, that's deep. Yeah, so, I just think, see, there's levels. Women, let me tell you something about women, and then I'm going to move on. So women, we oftentimes say, yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, it's okay. We can do this. But in the inside, we're really not okay with that. We're not okay with it. Okay? We be like okay with it because that's our man and we riding with him. But a lot of this stuff, we not okay. I won't be surprised if Kandi get a girlfriend just like Portia got one now. Portia just lost out here, baby. Somebody pull her back in. Y'all raising children, and I look, to each his own. But I just feel like when the children's be involved, y'all got to slow up, because now the children going to be, confused. 2 mommies, 2 girlfriends, 2 wives. Like, how does that work? I mean, to each his own, but it's just like, dang, it gets sad after a while. And then how low would you go for your dude? I hate that Kandi let Todd come between her. It's a mess, guys. Her and her mom, you talking about, CC? Because it cut off. But, and your mom, people always got something to say about somebody you marrying. But her mom was making some very valid points, okay? No, Kandi did not stand up to her mom, because guess what? I believe she knew that her mom was telling the truth all along, but she was way too far in for her to turn back around, okay? And Phaedra capping for Apollo. It's a lot of effery around here, y'all. It's a lot of stuff going on that is really like, is this what we doing out here in the industry? It gets way worse than this. It gets way worse than this. And like I said, I never want to see this for anybody. But if it's going to bring you joy back, and somebody sent me a video. Let me see if I can pull it up, and then I'm going to get out of here. But somebody sent me a video where, again, like I told you guys yesterday, where she was saying to them, like, they were asking her, like, why is everybody saying y'all divorcing? And she was like, well, Riley sent it to me. And I think everybody is saying this because of the Glam Squad linking up with Todd or something like that. And I'm like, girl, that ain't even true. I don't even, no, I can't get with that. We're going to play that. Hold on.
That said that the two of you were going to split.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yeah,
But we were
Riley actually sent it to
really?
me. Yeah, she was like, why do people keep saying that y'all about to get divorced? I was like, I don't know. But honestly, I think it came from Todd and I On his YouTube, we're doing this thing called Todd and the Glam Squad, and it was really when I would get my hair and makeup done.
I'm gonna take y'all back 1 second.
Like hot topic. There was like a blind item going around that said that the two of you were going to split. Did you see that? Yeah, Riley actually sent it to me. Yeah, she was like, "Why do people keep saying that y'all about to get divorced?" I was like, "I don't know," but honestly, I think it came from Todd and I. On his YouTube, we're doing this thing called Todd and the Glam Squad, and it was really when I would get my hair and makeup done. He would sit and we would talk about, like hot topipics or whatever.
Relationship issues.
Sure, issues. But we are great debaters.
Yeah,
okay?
we go at
And
it.
we're passionate when we go back and forth. And I think people kind of mistook that to say like we were angry with each other, but it's like, no, we're debating the topic.
Right.
Like we're going back and forth about this. Like as soon as I've been like that my whole life. As soon as like we have a back and forth, I can walk out the room and be like, okay, now what we're doing next.
Right.
There was like a blind item going around that said that the two of you were going to split.
All right, so you guys heard it, okay? Now, again, this doesn't give me a timestamp. I wish I knew how to find it, but I don't. But I don't know if it was before the divorce actually was filed or was it after it, and were they, they knew at this point, if that's the case, that they were already separated and living separately when they made these comments. But again, I don't know if this was before that time or not. But again, if you looked at it, she looked uncomfortable. He looked uncomfortable. It was like no truth in their statements. And Veronica says there's two sides to every story. Cece says that was in the beginning of the end of their friendship. Todd, then Phaedra went too far. Her mom did not want her to split her money with Todd. Yeah, honey. It is. Listen, it's bad out here, y'all. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. But I think we cover everything. If you guys are still here under the sound of my voice, go ahead and share the live so that people can know that I'm over here doing some amazing things. I want to talk about the Mike Epps situation later on. So I think I want to come back around the 5:30ish hour Eastern Standard Time so that we could jump into that. But make sure you guys are hitting the like button, turn your notifications on so you can know when I pop in and out, because it's never a set schedule with me. I try to be consistent, but again, it doesn't always work. Thank you for the mods that came on in and popped through. Thank you for all the newcomers. And thank you for all my day ones. You guys rock, and there's nothing I can do without you guys. You guys are amazing. Until next time, checkmates. Bye.